Hello everyone, Leo CMC here, and today we're back with Dark Souls 3. We're going to start off by talking to a friend who I finally got here. Good old Siegward.
Excuse me,
He was dozing. Surprise, surprise.
Well,
Mormon here. Good stuff. I had to go give him his armor
Siegward
back
of
at a different
Katarina,
point in the game.
often under death.
And then he'll come here and give you a miracle that I won't use, and he'll give us a wonderful Siegbrow.
To your
Such a
valor,
beautiful thing to give. And then we
long
toast.
May the sun
Long
shine.
may the sun shine. Yes, yes. Good job. Get a free heal, which I didn't even think about because I already healed.
Have you heard somewhere?
And here at the dungeon is where we're heading next. That's what he's talking about. I think he goes to sleep now.
Well, the
Yeah.
only
And then he just passes out. So, since we're starting the episode, and it actually came up before I even could start, in regards to the unfortunate existence of episode 10, I'm just not going to deal with this. So, it got corrupted, I guess. That was definitely not on my end, because I still had the file, and like, I've gotten a lot better with this to the point where I will watch an entire episode. Obviously, in editing, I'll go through everything, I'll watch it all, and then once it's finished processing through my editing software, I've got it all ready, and it's good to be uploaded, I'll watch it. But at some point during the upload, it apparently messed up, and unfortunately, I like do all this on my laptop because my desktop doesn't like it anymore, and it's been a while since I've even done that. For whatever reason, it decided to get corrupted during the upload, and because my computer is a laptop that I'm using for all this, it doesn't have the greatest amount of storage. I need an external hard drive really badly, actually, but I could not keep that file on my computer, and I upload like 4 or 5 ahead of time, just so I have a backlog, just in case I can't record for a while, which I haven't been able to record for the last like week straight, so ultimately I'm doing the right thing in some sense. But because of that, I deleted episode 10 to clear space so I can continue making videos. And, you know, obviously I'd never thought to watch the videos after they've been uploaded, since, you know, I kind of watch them after they've been edited. You'd think I wouldn't have to do it again, but YouTube doesn't like me and messed up the processing. And unfortunately, because of that, I've already deleted episode 10. It no longer exists. To get technical, it still exists. It is just privated. I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll make it unlisted and put a link in the episodes 9 and 11. There's Alva. He'll pretty much kill himself, more than likely. I'll probably put a link in episodes 9 and 11 just so it's there if anyone really wants to listen to an audio drama, essentially. That's like I can't do anything else with it. I feel bad because it's my own fault that Geez, stop rolling, man. It's my own fault ultimately because this is the only way I could make things work. Oh my god, I thought I rolled off. Generally, Alva will kill himself by rolling off just because that's how his AI works. It's really weird. He'll walk off times too. I thought he was going to. I'm gonna weapon art it.
Oh, dead body.
Oh, okay, that works too, I guess. I thought he almost walked off again. But yeah, because of that, episode 10 is unlisted. It's private currently. It'll end up being unlisted more than likely with links to it. I unfortunately cannot remedy it. It's not like I can re-record. Dark Souls is a game where you have no opportunities to go back. There's no save states. It just saves itself. So, interestingly enough, that was an episode when I was recording it. I was not happy with it because I was just very clearly not in the mood, and I wasn't forcing myself to be in the mood. It's just not right to. So, yeah, it's my own fault. I brought it on myself. I apparently really need to get on getting that external hard drive because this is getting really frustrating. I'm like really salty that ultimately it's gone, even if I didn't like it just because it's something I've done, you know? And now it's like, it feels like the series is almost incomplete to an extent. God, I feel sad that I have to heal already. Kill you or not because you want to roll. Or not roll, you just sidestep me really hard. I unfortunately have to kill these if I even want to get past because they'll probably chase me. And the only reason, like I said, is so, it came up again, is because I opened my my recording software, and it says I only have 20 gigabytes left on my hard drive when I have over 200, so I don't know what's going on with that. I honestly don't know what to do about that. But unfortunately, I just have to go with it. We could totally kill Alva, but I'd rather just keep moving on. I'll kill him later on. At least I believe, as long as I don't beat the boss, which I don't think we'll be able to get to it in this episode anyways. I'm just going to run through the dungeon and prep everything instead. But with all that said, I'm just going to give one more apology, as well as a thank you to Nick and Arides for letting me know. I guess it was just really awkward timing too, because I was busy with my internship at the time, and I've been trying to public all the ones I have all the episodes I have uploaded. I've been publishing them sometime around midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning on a day where I'm like, all right, I'm uploading, quote unquote. So I tried doing that remotely on my phone. I was like, all right, I'll just log into my account on my phone and do it. And just of all the times where it didn't work, it had to be a mobile upload, which is why I don't trust doing stuff like that on my phone at all. I don't know, it's just bad coincidence, and right now I'm just hoping that I manage to get through all this before my hard drive, or at least before the recording software seems to think my hard drive is full. But Earthel Dungeon is a beautiful little gimmick where you've got these jailers, which are the people who are looking at me, the little beasts over here, yeah, those. They'll spread their like little gas, they shoot it out, and if you're within eyesight of them, you start losing health. Like, it's just gone. As you can see, it came back eventually. It's just... the only reason it's ultimately unfair is because even if you don't get hit, you don't get that health back, so you're forced to recover, and it kind of really sucks. It's disgustingly unfair to people, in my honest opinion. But that's just Dark Souls for you. So we've got 2 in here. I'm going to plunge attack this one. It probably won't one-shot it. Our damage was ahead for a very short time, and it's already fallen off. Kill that one. Oh, there's a third one. I always forget about you. Oh yeah, another thing with them is they've got those little branding irons. If they hit you once, they stun you pretty hard. It doesn't do too much. The second attack that they'll do is like... I'm going to ignore all that's over there. Their second attack is kind of like a plunge into the ground, and with the first one stunning you, generally they'll hit you. It's a one-shot automatically. I've never seen anyone live through it. I don't think you're meant to. I don't think there's like, oh, if you get a certain amount of health, you'll live through it. I think it's just literally you die for getting hit by that move, which is fair-ish, I guess. You still have time to roll out of the second attack, given you get hit by the first one, but I'm pretty bad, so I've died to it more times than I'd like to admit. Mimic here. Earthel Dungeon and the follow-up area where the next Lord of Cinder will be, filled with mimics, just let it be known. I think the majority of mimics are in this area, if not like 3/4 of them. They're all just in this area for some reason, and it feels lazy to an extent. I don't know. I don't know if there's supposed to be a reason why there is. It's just they're all here, and it's so random. Estus Shard, nice, we need that. Speaking of, between... trying to think what episodes that was. There's going to be a group of these guys coming at me. Between the first episode where I died to Pontiff a bunch, and then the next episode where I had my dude Jack join me, I ended up going through a completely optional area, got I think 2 Estus shards and a bone shard, if not 2 bone shards, 1 Estus. But ultimately, I had like 2 or 3 bone shards already laying around, and I had an Estus shard or 2 waiting as well. I knew I was going to get shot by that. So I have all that fully upgraded, excluding the one I just grabbed. So we're kind of caught up on recovery items. That was why I was like, wow, that was really weak. I hadn't upgraded any of my Estus stuff in a while, so that was my own fault. Surprise, surprise. But now it's pretty on track, and I'm not disappointed at all. Actually, soon enough we'll be able to get the miracle that I've been looking for. However, I'm going to be looking into things a little bit more before I decide to use it, because like you get it in this dungeon, and there's another item I have to go back and get in the last area right after Pontiff and right before Aldrich that I need to go back for. That'll help make this even stronger. But my understanding was that you could infuse a weapon and make it like, let's say X element, just to keep it simple enough. We're going to go math on this. You were able to infuse it with X element, and then if there is a spell of some sort, spell, miracle, pyromancy, of the same X element, you could also buff it with that. And doing another playthrough with Nick and Arides, I've learned that is not true, because the plan with that playthrough was for me to use a straight sword. I was going to infuse it with lightning gem and then buff it with the miracle we're about to grab literally right ahead of here, the lightning blade miracle, but you can only do one or the other. So here's the torso stone, and the miracle we're looking for is right up on that ledge, so we're going to grab that. I'm actually going to go all the way up first, get our shortcut. and then we're gonna grab it on the way back down. So yeah, I've learned that that's not a thing, and as such I need to look up and figure out if I was to infuse my weapon with instead, like, let's say, a heavy gem to make it scale off my strength, can it still be infused? I believe the answer would be yes, since it's not an elemental infusion at that point. However, I'm not certain, and because of that I just want to make sure. In the meantime, or like until then, probably between episodes, I'm gonna probably try and farm a bunch of souls so I can finally cleanse the dark sigils on us, because I do not appreciate looking at that ugly face every time I try to log into Dark Souls, because you get to see, like, let's just say the head area of your character. So if you're wearing like a hood or something, you don't see the actual face, but in this case I see her face just between the follower's helm like parts, and it's so awkward. Needless to say, it's really weird to look at, and I'm very uncomfortable looking at it every time I try to play. So yeah, between episodes I will probably be attempting to farm up souls to cleanse that. Obviously trying to level up and make sure I get my faith and stuff high enough to finally use Lightning Blade. Stuff like that. So if I come back and that's not a thing anymore, at least you have warning why. It just doesn't, it's not worth farming that on camera. Like, no one wants to see that. There's no fun to it. There is a coal, I believe, in that specific room, but I don't feel like dealing with all the jailers with the Estus I have right now. So we're gonna, actually I have more than enough. I just don't want to do it while I don't have this much health. But if they're gonna come at me one at a time, I'll happily kill them like that, and we'll grab the coal. We have to cross that bridge, and there's gonna be another bonfire right across there. Is there no jailers over there? There's like, we've passed I think 2 or 3 mimics right now that I just didn't feel like fighting. So, you know, I don't know, maybe I'll grab them. Xanthus ashes. Oh, I thought it was a coal. I think there's a coal in another room then, and be prepared for this. Hopefully I'll turn that down in post. Honestly, I don't have my headphones on, so I can't hear it, and I've turned my TV volume all the way down because I just don't want to hear it. Because that's a mimic right there. Because when I grab that item, it screams clearly. But like I said, I'm hopefully going to get it down in post so you guys won't have to deal with that, because that will be really annoying. Alright, so we've got more of these baby face creepers in here, and they'll lunge at you a ton. And if you're too far, I didn't see what I just picked up. It looked like a coal. My friend's been putting out LFGs the last 2 weeks, and it's the most obnoxious thing in the world. I hate those notifications. Yeah, I think that was a coal, I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm just crazy and for whatever reason think it's here. There's nothing of interest in that room, just something to kill all the jailers. And then the other room next to it, we can't get into it right now, but it will be a very important tutor in the game, who I can't use anyways. There's just a soul over there, I'm pretty certain, and we're going to get attacked by a friend on the side there, unless he decides to commit seppuku, which he does a lot. No, not this time. Okay, well, I never fight him unless I've got a group of people. I just run past him because he's not really worth the time. But he is using the strongest spear in the game, the Gargoyle Spear. At least it's considered by many to be the strongest in the game. I'm not certain if that's for PvE or PvP, but just let it be known. Quickly glancing to see how many gigs my software says I have. It says I still have 18, which I don't believe at all, because I'm surprised it hasn't gone down more. Say hello to Gilligan from Dark Souls 2. No idea why he's here, no idea why he's dead, but, you know, thanks, I guess. Recording's going pretty fast, actually. I think we'll continue on, gather a couple other things, and then... Nope, I don't want to go this way. I want to go the other way instead. And then we'll cut it off where... I think we're going to find our friend. I think we'll cut it off there. Yeah, there's nothing really important after that. If it hasn't been kind of obvious at this point, I am attempting to get friends for important battles, so right now I'm trying to find someone to join me with the Yorm fight. I say that now, but by the time the episode goes up, it will probably have been like 2 weeks since I found someone and did it already. Can't run that way because there would be a hole. So yeah, I don't know if there will be anyone for that fight, but, you know, there's a good chance. One of you are dead. Twinkling Titanite, there's the other one. He'll try and run down the hole, and I'm not following him, so... And we'll kill you. Instead, he ran into a wall. I'll take that. Twinkling Titanite. I think there's like a rusted gold coin over there, but it's not really worth it, so... Oh boy, I am hungry. So, like, just, you know, just generally chatting here. I have, like, this crazy internship, which, of course, I was talking about, and because of it, it's keeping me super busy, but it's also absolutely decimating any semblance of a sleep schedule I had. Especially this last week. We've been, just doing night shoots, because this internship I'm working on a feature film that my college is putting on, but oh my god, dude, we've been doing night shoots the entire week. the entire week. We've done a few before that. We've got a friend here who will be quite obnoxious. Yep, because he's got poise for no reason. So we've been doing night shoots on and off, but this week in specific, it was pretty much just nonstop. And because of that, my sleep schedule is disgusting. It's horrible. I'm gonna walk away from that. I don't actually know what the hammer does. I've been constantly working, let's say 7 o'clock. Oh, he didn't poise through it. Like, let's say 7 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'll come back and the sun is already up because, this is summer. It's a thing. So I'll come back and the sun's already up and it's like, well, I'm not tired yet. So I'll try to lay down and I'll be like, well, nothing's happening. So I'll like watch something. I don't think I picked up what I need actually. I'll go and just like watch something on Hulu or whatever. Or catch up on anime or... Right now I'm in the process of finally finishing Shippuden because, so much filler and I gave it like 2 years before I came back. Ooh, I don't have his key. I'm going to need to go get that. But you've got a hint. Okay, you've literally got to see who we're here for. So I'll probably unlock that. I'll probably do that before the end of this episode. I'll just edit it in though. But yeah, I've been like watching anime and stuff, and then I'll probably pass out at like 9 in the morning. I'll get a couple hours of sleep if I'm lucky. Oh my god. And then that one drops. Soldering iron, there's a key over here. So then I'll get like a couple hours of sleep if I'm lucky. I don't know. It depends. I've been really busy during the day too, which sucks. So like I'll sleep for like 2-3 hours, go do something, then I'm like, I'll get super tired when I get home, given I have like a day off or a couple hours before I gotta start anything. And I'm like, okay, and then I'll pass back out. So I'll sleep through the entirety of a day, and it's horrible for your system. Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started. So my sleep schedule is just gone. Hopefully everyone else is doing alright. I'm honestly starting to think it's like showing in my health because oh my god, my stomach just randomly hurts at times, and everyone else clearly on set is having the same issues I am. Like, we all agree there's just no such thing as a sleep schedule. It's like really not a thing. So people have pretty much half died on set already so many times in the middle of us, like when we're just starting and setting things up or in the middle of the shoot and stuff. It shows on a lot of us, so we're like halfway done, and I'm glad. Oh god, I don't even remember where the key to get Siegward is. I need to look this up. But, oh my gosh, it's an experience and it's gonna help, I guess, but oh my goodness, sometimes it's so powerful. It's so powerful, wow. It's just, oh god, it's so hard sometimes, just needless to say. We'll be back.
Once again, you, I, Siegward of Katarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours. No, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon.